It was the nightmare of the Allied forces, a monster made of steel that became a legend. The Tiger I.
Allied soldiers were told not to engage it alone. Its armor was so thick, shells simply bounced off.
It carried the dreaded 88, a gun so powerful it could destroy enemy tanks from 2 kilometers away.
But this dominance came at a cost. It was over-engineered, heavy, and incredibly difficult to build.
Let us go back to 1942, deep inside the Henschel factory, where the beast is born.
It begins with high-carbon steel, not cast in a mold, but rolled into massive, dense plates.
The front armor is 100 millimeters thick. It is heavier than a modern car on its own. There are no lasers here. Workers use oxyacetylene torches to cut the armor by hand.
The edges must be cut at perfect angles. This is crucial for the welding process later. Massive overhead cranes move these tons of metal. One slip, and a man is crushed.
The journey begins with raw, high-carbon steel ingots. They are heated to white-hot temperatures and rolled into massive discs.
Precision is key. Caucasian male workers use oxyacetylene torches to cut the thick armor. But they don't just...
This is for the interlocking armor. The plates are machined with steps and teeth, like a giant puzzle, to lock together before welding.
This design makes the hull incredibly rigid. When a shell hits, the shock is shared by the whole structure, not just the weld. Welding these massive seams takes days. The steel must be preheated to prevent cracking. The air fills with blue smoke and blinding light. Inside the hull, the skeleton is installed. The Tiger uses torsion bar suspension, long steel rods that twist to absorb bumps.
These bars are simpler and stronger than springs. They allow the heavy tank to have a surprisingly smooth ride.
On the outside, massive swing arms are bolted to these bars. This is where the wheels will attach.
Now, the famous Schachtellaufwerk, the interleaved road wheels. They are stacked in layers, distributing the 57-ton weight evenly.
While effective, this complex design traps mud and ice. In the Russian winter, these wheels would often freeze solid overnight.
The heart of the beast is the Maybach HL230, a massive 23-liter V12 gasoline engine producing 700 horsepower.
It consumes huge amounts of fuel, but it provides the torque needed to move 57 tons. Every component is hand-tuned.
The transmission is a marvel of engineering. The Maybach or a gearbox. Unlike other tanks, it is...
This advanced system allows the driver to steer the massive tank with a simple steering wheel, rather than heavy brake levers.
Meanwhile, the turret is forged. A single thick plate of steel is heated and bent into a horseshoe shape to eliminate weak weld seams.
The weapon is the legendary WK-36, an 88mm anti-aircraft gun adapted for tank warfare.
The breech block is a sliding wedge of solid steel, designed to handle the explosive pressure of the heavy propellant charge.
Precision optics are installed next to the gun. Made by Zeiss, these sights allow the gunner to hit a target the size of a bucket from a kilometer away.
The gun is mounted into the turret with heavy counterweight springs. Without them, the barrel is too heavy to lift.
Finally, the marriage. The completed turret, weighing 11 tons, is lowered onto the hull. The ring gears must mesh perfectly.
Inside, the crew operates in a cramped, noisy steel box. The radio operator sits up front, managing...
Beside him is the hull machine gun, an MG-34 mounted in a ball socket, offering defense against enemy infantry trying to swarm the tank. The hull is packed with danger. Racks holding 92 rounds of high-explosive ammunition line the walls. By 1943, a unique step was added. Workers apply a rough, cement-like paste called Zimmerit to the vertical surfaces. This coating creates a barrier between the steel and magnetic mines. A comb-like tool is used to create a ridged pattern for better adhesion. Once dried with blowtorches, the tank is painted. The rust-colored primer is covered in Dunkelgelb, the standard dark yellow of the Eastern Front.
Camouflage is often applied by hand. Green and brown stripes break up the tank silhouette, helping it vanish into the forests.
Now, the heavy steel tracks are installed. At 72 centimeters wide, they are designed to float over soft mud and snow.
The tension must be perfect. If too loose, the track will slip off during a turn. Mechanics use a massive breaker bar to tighten the rear idler wheel.
Finally, the tools of war are strapped to the outside. Sledgehammers, axes, and towing cables. The tank is a self-sufficient fortress.
The assembly is complete. The driver engages the starter. The massive V12 engine coughs, then roars to life, spitting black smoke.
The heavy factory doors slide open. For the first time, the Tiger sees daylight.
The proving ground awaits, a field of deep, wet mud designed to trap lesser machines. The Tiger drives straight into the sludge.
The interleaved wheels distribute the weight so effectively that the ground pressure is less than a soldier's boot.
Next, the incline test. The female East Asian driver pushes the engine to the limit, climbing a steep concrete ramp. The sheer power is undeniable.
But a tank is a weapon first. The hull stops rocking. The gunner looks through his Zeiss optics. The 88 is ready to speak. Inside the turret, the recoil is violent. The breech block slams back, and the smoking brass casing is ejected onto the floor with a clang.
2 kilometers away, the target is obliterated. The accuracy is terrifying. It can destroy an enemy tank before they even see it.
However, the Tiger is too wide for standard railway tunnels. To transport it, the crew must remove the combat tracks and outer wheels.
The stripped-down tank creeps onto a reinforced railway flat car. The wood groans under the weight. Chains are lashed down to secure the beast for the long journey.
It travels across the frozen plains of Eastern Europe. The destination is the Russian front.
At the railhead, the crew faces a grueling task. In the freezing cold, they must reinstall the wide combat tracks before entering battle. To hide from enemy aircraft, the dark yellow paint is hastily covered with whitewash. It is applied with mops, rags, or whatever is at hand. The Tiger enters the forest. Despite its size, it is a silent hunter. It waits in the tree line, invisible against the snow.
When it strikes, it is devastating. Allied soldiers suffered from typhobia.
The kill ratio was staggering. For every Tiger lost, more than 10 Allied tanks were destroyed. But it was a rare beast. Only 1,347 were ever built. Complex engineering made them difficult to mass produce.
Today, it stands as a testament to engineering extremes. A mechanical masterpiece that was too heavy.
The factory fires have long since gone cold. But the legend of the Tiger remains.